You're absolutely right. So in this coevolutionary arms race between brood parasites trying to fool host species into raising their chicks and host species trying not to get fooled by brood parasites, subtle differences in just the color of a chick's gape. So that's just the color of the inside of the open mouth, that's the gape. The color of a chick's gape could literally dictate whether it lives or dies, whether it gets fed or not. And some of the adaptation, some of the mimicry that these brood parasites use or have evolved in gape coloration and pattern just blows my mind. Check this out. This is the pintailed whydah. This is a male displaying to a female, and the species are obligate brood parasites, meaning females will only and always lay their eggs in other species, host species, nests, right? They will never build a nest of their own or raise their own chicks. If this female chooses this male as a mate, she will lay her single egg in a host species nest. And their favorite host is the common waxbill, this adorable little finch. And what we see, and I'm going to show you the gapes of some of these whydahs and these finches here in a second, what you're going to see are the most incredible patterns to get the parents' attention to get food, to elicit feeding behavior from the parents, okay? So these finches have these really elaborate gapes that have evolved to literally get parents' attention when they're open. And you're going to see they're really obvious, right? They get your attention. But get this, the whydah, right, in this coevolutionary arms race, its chicks need to get fed, right? It's parasitic chicks. And so they've evolved this incredible mimicry, this gape mimicry. And so what we think is happening is that over tens of thousands of years, this coevolutionary arms race has just resulted in a ratcheting up of the elaborateness of these patterns in order to elicit both feeding behavior from the host parents or from your own parents, right? Literally, if you're a waxbill chick, but also being able to identify when you've been parasitized, right? So subtle differences in gape may give that whydah chick away. Check this out. So what you see here on the left is a whydah chick, and the other two chicks are common waxbill chicks. All three of these chicks came out of the same nest. Researchers were just measuring them, weighing them, and then returning them to the nests after doing some morphometrics, just body measurements. And what you can see is, look at that gape, right? The gape of the whydah chick really closely resembles the gape of the waxbill chick. And if we look at the gapes more closely, this is a whydah chick on the left and a waxbill chick on the right, a couple of things should jump out at us. First, this is awesome mimicry, right? That's incredible that this bird has evolved to mimic the gape so closely of its host species that it's fooling parents into feeding it. But even to our eyes, we can detect subtle differences between these gapes. So it could be that some of these subtle differences between the gapes are the cues that common waxbill parents are using to try not to get fooled.